In today's episode, I'm going to be giving my thoughts on an oldie but a goodie, and this one is called Fattan Homme, and it's by Rasasi, who are a brand behind bangers such as Hawas and La Yucca Wham, and they usually punch well above their weight when it comes to scent quality. But to find out if this one keeps their solid reputation intact or whether it's one to avoid, stay tuned to this episode of Mags Frags. Yes, hello again and welcome to this latest episode of Mags Frags, where it's the fragrance that's the star of the show. My name's Paul, and today's scent of the day is Fattan Homme, which is a woody citrus fragrance for men, and it comes in an eau de parfum concentration. It comes in just a 50ml bottle size, and I picked this particular one up from the Notino website for just £21.90. Okay, so into the presentation, and the box is quite modest and understated looking, at least for a Middle Eastern fragrance anyway, and it comes in this pewter colourway with metallic chrome branding. On the front is the name of the fragrance and also some Arabic writing, and then on the back is where you'll find all the product information, and underneath is where you'll locate the barcode and the batch code, and the batch code on this particular one is R3030971. The bottle, on the other hand, is very interesting to look at, and it comes in a clear glass triangular shaped bottle, and the juice inside is of a bright green, like a spearmint colour, which reminds me of a bit of a stick of kryptonite from the Superman movies. There's the name of the scent on the front printed in black, and you get a clear plastic cap that doesn't quite fit over the atomizer snugly, so you do get this kind of annoying little rattle when you're handling it, but it does click into place fairly firmly, so it's not going to come off when you hold it. It does rattle around a little bit. The atomizer delivers a really nice little punchy blast of juice, and overall I'd say the presentation on this is fine, and it does its job with no heroics. Yeah, so into the note breakdown, and the top notes in this one are grapefruit, bergamot and pink pepper. In the heart we've got vetiver, cedar, patchouli and lily of the valley, and the base notes in this one are oak moss, benzoin and amber. Okay, so this one opens up very fresh and citrusy, with the grapefruit and the bergamot combining together to produce a massive uplifting introduction, which is sparklingly crisp and really effervescent. The pink pepper adds a further bit of fizziness, so this is just like an explosion of zingy tart freshness, and it's just like pulling the ring pull on a can of fizzy pop. However, the citruses are soon joined by a huge dose of green earthy notes, including patchouli, vetiver, cedar and oak moss, so you won't fail to notice these green, grassy and woody undertones. It's about 90% similar to Terre EDT, so if you are familiar with that particular scent, you'll instantly make that connection. But when I tested the two side by side, I found this was slightly more sweet and a bit more musky, which is far from a negative, and I do actually think that this is a slightly softer and easier to wear scent than the Terre maybe because it doesn't contain the notes of flint and the pelargonium, which are slightly more exotic notes, which probably take the Terre to a slightly darker place perhaps. Like I say, they are very similar, but this is just a touch more pleasing to my nose anyway. The vetiver is the star of the show in this one, and it does bring a super green and airy outdoorsy feel to the heart of the scent. The lily of the valley adds a clean soapy floral accent, and the benzoin and the amber provide a subtle touch of sweetness down in the base. This is the ultimate classic gentleman's barbershop style fragrance, and if it's the absolute ultimate fresh and clean aroma that you're after, then look no further than this one. The dry down is a touch more earthy and woody, and you will get a bit more of the cedar and the patchouli start to come through a bit later into the life of the scent, but for the most part this is a very bright, tart, green and sparkling scent that's really enjoyable and really easy to wear. Yeah, this is a very versatile spring and summer scent, and one that would complement a razor sharp pinstripe suit, but it'd also work just as well to wear casually in your jeans and your t-shirt. It'd also make for a stunning gym scent, and basically anywhere you can think of where you'd want to smell super fresh and clean. It does have more of a slightly older gentleman's vibe about it, and would suit men maybe in the late 20s and upwards, rather than I'd say younger lads in their teens and early 20s, because it does have that kind of classic retro gentleman's vibe about it. The performance is decent enough, but maybe not quite as long lasting as the original Terre, but there's not a great deal of difference between them when I tested them side by side. It projects well for an hour or two, and by the 4 or 5 hour mark it's pretty much a skin scent, but that's kind of par for the course with these ultra fresh fragrances. It's definitely not a weak scent though, and for £20 you can't really ask for much more than what this particular one provides you with. Okay, so in summary, this is a super stylish smelling gentleman's fragrance and a great alternative to Terre EDT if you fancy saving a few quid. But bear in mind that it is only a 50ml size bottle, so it's actually a £40 Middle Eastern scent if you were comparing it to most of the others that I review, because I usually talk about the 100ml variant. So this isn't the cheapest, and kind of at the maximum price that I'd be willing to pay for it, but it is very good though. It came out in 2018, so I'm not sure if it's a discontinued fragrance or not, but I haven't seen it in many places for sale, so I would say that if you are interested in picking up a bottle for yourself, I would do it now whilst they're going relatively cheap on the Notino website. But overall, I think it's a belter and definitely worth a solid 8 out of 10. Okay, so that's about it for this latest episode, but don't forget I'll be back very soon with loads more wallet-friendly Middle Eastern fragrances to talk about. And if you are new to the channel, then head over to my own page where you'll find hundreds more reviews just like this one to cast your eyes over. And as always guys, if you have got any value from this video and you found it useful in any way, then please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give the video a thumbs up. It's also great to hear your opinions and your thoughts and your critiques on all of the fragrances that featured in these videos, so don't forget to keep them comments coming down in the comments section. So once again, thank you very much for joining me today. Stay safe, keep smelling fresh, and I'll see you very soon for another one. Bye bye for now.